Welcome to the week at IGAD. My name is Iman Haji. This week, we take you through some of the key moments that shaped IGAD's work across the region. We begin in Mombasa, where the IGAD Leadership Academy, in partnership with the Government of Japan and the Kenya School of Government, launched a new leadership development program for emerging youth and women leaders. Also in Mombasa, IGAD joined a high-level roundtable on blue foods, highlighting the role of fisheries, aquaculture, in strengthening food security, creating jobs, and supporting sustainable economic growth. On the sidelines of the 11th Our Ocean Conference, IGAD and Swedish partners also explored cooperation on marine spatial planning, marine conservation, plastic pollution prevention, and gender-responsive blue economy initiatives. In Djibouti, IGAD's Economic Cooperation and Regional Integration Division convened development partners, including GIZ, the Horn of Africa Initiative, and Trademark Africa, to strengthen collaboration on trade facilitation, infrastructure development, corridor management, and AFCFTA implementation. In Nairobi, youth leaders from 31 African countries gathered for a regional dialogue on countering hate speech and disinformation, convened by the Office of the IGAD Youth Envoy alongside the African Union, IGAD Conflict Early Warning and Response Mechanism, and UNDP. The initiative strengthened youth leadership in promoting peace, social cohesion, and responsible digital engagement. Also in Djibouti, IGAD and the African Development Bank officially launched the Secure IGAD project, designed to strengthen early warning systems and crisis prevention efforts in Djibouti, Somalia, South Sudan, and Sudan. In Juba, IGAD intensified its diplomatic engagement in support of South Sudan peace processes. IGAD Special Envoy Ambassador Musa Jama Ali held high-level meetings with President Salva Kiir Mayardit, Vice President Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior, members of the Trilateral Mechanism, and international partners. Discussions focused on the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement, electoral preparedness, humanitarian concerns, and coordinated support for a peaceful, democratic transition. As a guarantor of the peace agreement, IGAD reaffirmed its continued support for dialogue, confidence building, and lasting peace. In Mogadishu, IGAD called for restraint and respect for Somalia's sovereignty amid recent developments, reiterating its support for dialogue, constitutional order, and lasting peace and stability. The week's engagement also extended beyond the Horn of Africa. In Baku, on the margins of the Islamic Development Bank annual meetings, IGAD Executive Secretary Dr. Workene Gebeyehu held a series of bilateral meetings with representatives of Azerbaijan, the Islamic Development Bank, and the International Organization for Migration. Discussions focus on expanding cooperation in peace and security, climate action infrastructure, health migration, technology, and innovative financing. In Kampala, IGAD reaffirmed its commitment to advancing women's leadership and inclusive governance. Representing the Executive Secretary, the head of the IGAD mission to Uganda delivered the keynote address at a high-level session on women in diplomacy and multilateralism. In Addis Ababa, IGAD Deputy Executive Secretary Mohamed Abdi Wade met with Ethiopia's State Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Hadera Abera, to discuss regional priorities and reaffirm Ethiopia's continued support for IGAD's regional integration agenda. Finally, on World Refugee Day, IGAD renewed its commitments to protecting refugees and advancing durable solutions for displaced population across the region. With more than 5.5 million refugees and asylum seekers hosted within IGAD member states, the commemoration underscored the importance of safety, dignity, inclusion, and opportunity. From leadership and youth empowerment to peace building, economic integration, and refugee protection, these were some of the moments that defined IGAD's work this week. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.